time.
And also to me, being the age that I am, which is elder, um, when I meet someone, we have a conversation. So it's like putting the blueprint on the table. I speak of what I like, my dislikes, vice versa. To me, you need to pay attention the first time because I'm not going to go back through it again. No more public announcements. And then we learn from there. And so once I learn something that I don't like,
Wow.
See that's not a role that you should take on the first date. I mean, hey, how you doing? My name is so and so. Here's my
well, it's
blueprint.
not the first
I
date,
mean,
Fabian.
you have to
It's
let
during
that person.
conversation.
But what I'm saying is, men want women to be women as much as you want a man to be a man. Don't come to me
Right.
with no blueprint. Let's make our own idea of a print. I don't go into a relationship or a role thinking I have to kill bugs and take out trash. I do it all. We all in this day and age
Yeah,
is a two
you do
house.
it all, but all
I,
men are not like you.
We don't
this is
say
just
all.
my viewpoint, my
Generally.
vantage point. I consider myself to be a good dude, as they say, but
Right. That's
you
why
know,
my cousin
it could
married
be
you.
it could be intimidating to have someone come out and
All men
say,
think they good
"Here's
though.
my expectations of you, and if you can't meet it, then you can just kick rocks right now
I
because
don't put it
this is
just
what
like that, Fabian.
I'm
I
just
don't I
going
don't
what you
say
said.
it that harsh.
You sure?
We have a
I'm just
Yeah,
going.
conversation.
look. That's how it came across.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm telling you, y'all, she be kicking him to the curb quick. I'm telling you.
Hey, it's like two kicks in the throat. He gone. I'm like, all right,
Right.
cool, all right, whatever.
Well,
I
you
would
have to
say
show me
if
you
you
worthy.
could.
And
When you
quick,
deal with so much garbage, what you
Right,
supposed to do,
right, Sophia.
Fabian?
Well, wait a minute
quick.
now. Your garbage was your choice.
Yes,
It might
sir.
not have been for
They
you
didn't
because
show
you.
the garbage at first. It came about. Because remember, they're representative.
Them what you like, and then
But
they
the
try to
well,
do
let's
that
change
for
our
like
It could
6
be
expect.
too
months
what you are,
before
what you're
the real
attracting. So
them came.
you must be putting something out there that's attracting those
We're gonna
type of
come back to
individuals.
that, Mimi, because I have a whole problem with that. But we're gonna come back to that.
Okay.
I swear I'm
We're gonna
not
have
putting
another
out.
bottle on that.
I'm not putting out broke dude. I swear I'm not.
No, at all.
I
You know
promise
what?
I'm not putting out.
Homeless,
You don't
living
have
with
broke.
mama.
You don't have
No,
broke dude across your forehead.
right.
Sylvia,
Hold
you
on.
said you
What's
have
a broke
no
dude?
expectations, so broke dude.
The one that's living with their mama.
What's a broke dude?
The one that's
He
living
live
with their
with his
mama.
mama and be making money.
One that we've been talking for 2-3 weeks, and now you asking me for $20.
What's the
Mm,
difference between
Or
boys
one
and
that
men
don't
now?
take care of his
that part,
kids, but
Fabian.
want to
That
tell you
part,
how to do
Fabian.
yours.
Just because you're old don't make you a man. You talk
Do what?
about just because you're old doesn't make you a man.
You're exactly right.
It's a whole lot of concepts in there. It's how
You're
he
right, Faye.
developed himself. But you guys are talking about some boys. A man is not gonna be with his mama when
Those
he's
are
40
frauds,
years old.
Fabian. Frauds.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I get you. I hear where you're coming from. I
Spineless
just
ones at
saying.
that.
I said the men could be, possibly be, allegedly turned off by the blueprint on the table before dessert is over. I'm just saying.
Before dessert is
I
over.
hear you. I hear
So
you.
pull back the blueprint.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull
And
back the blueprint.
Just let it flow.
But if a light bulb goes off,
Then just dim it. You ain't gotta shut it off.
Yeah, you ain't got to cut it off.
It's a lot of men can be made. I'm a better person today because of who my wife made me, help me become. Doesn't mean I was less of a guy.
Right.
But that's what I say. I don't necessarily go
well,
into a
her patience
situation with
level
no.
is different from mine.
Yeah, we know.
That I
Don't do
didn't
that. Don't do that, Dakota.
any man. I allowed him to be the man that he is, and it takes the right woman to allow a particular man to be who he is.
Absolutely.
There's a
I
right
agree.
woman for every man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Very true. Very
I
true.
mean, you know how they say you can't make a man settle down until he's ready. It can be the baddest
Right.
woman in the world, but if he's not ready, or if you are not the right one, it won't
Right.
happen.
All right.
And
I
I
agree.
feel like once we find our mate or that right person, both people can be who they are. And then the ideal of specific roles kind of goes out the window because you just click.
Mm-hmm. And you just want to make each other happy.
That's
At the
it.
bottom
That's
line,
it.
yeah.
And no
Yeah.
drama.
Right.
Eh,
No
eh,
baby mama drama neither.
a little drama is
Why
not bad
your
every now and
neck?
then.
Why do your neck gotta move so much?
You work through it.
It's the dark red cat.
Get you some water like Mimi.
Put that glass.
Right.
had
Your,
that
your
later
neck
on.
doing-
Your neck doing way
Nicole, what about you, Nicole?
Quiet. I was about to say the same thing.
Right.
Come on, Nicole.
You know, I just feel that I don't really put a lot of expectations out. I just want someone that wants to be a friend because that's my only thing. Because I feel like if we're friends, we're compatible
Mhm.
as a friend, everything else is going to grow from that. So I allow my man to kind of be who he is, have his opinions, and I do cater into who he is as a man because just for sake of making the relationship work and making it last. So if it's some things he does I may not agree with, some things I love, but as long as it's not something that's just completely outrageous, that's is taken away from who I am, then
Right.
I'm gonna go with it and
gonna
it works.
grow.
So and as friends, the only expectation I have in a relationship is that I want someone I can be friends with. Because if we're not friends, then we're just existing with each other, and we got these boundaries and these guidelines, and we're just existing. I don't want that type of relationship because I found that type of relationship does not work and it doesn't last.
Right.
Okay, now you say cater. Can you emphasize on catering to me?
Not so much as catering, but like it's more of a supporting type thing. So
Okay.
yeah.
Blend to his strengths.
Out of my way to, bend over backwards.
Okay.
I will go to an extreme to do whatever it is to help him be better at whatever it is that he has or whatever it is he's doing, as long as it's not something that's tearing up the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's it. The helpmate.
And I
Yeah.
think too that when you find that person, that you, if you want to say you fall into, and I'm gonna say you fall into that role or what you're doing, like how Tammy says, I'm a modern girl with old-fashioned values, or like Nicole said, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to support him. When you find that person, like, I mean, we all had exes. I had an ex that wasn't like that, was totally, really emotional. And first it was like, oh, good, he's like me. You know what I mean? I can relate. But then after a while, I'm like, well, he was more, if you want to say, like, he was more in tune with his feelings and doing stuff. And I was like, oh, wow. But then after a while,
He was
it was
an
like,
emotional man, basically.
yeah. But
What we
then
would
I
call
found,
soft.
right, yeah, right.
Not a
SOF
good.
Then I
capital
found
T.
myself,
I learned. I've had a few. No,
Right.
thank you.
I found myself fighting to be the woman. And
Yeah.
I remember one time I'm like, wait, I was like, I want to be the woman.
Because you feel like
Oh,
the man in that,
Right.
because every little thing you do, he want to critique it, or, oh, well, I'm hurt. I ain't got time to be sitting here stroking your
Hey,
ego.
why
I got
you
things
and
to
I
do.
gotta-
Why you yelling? But why you
Oh,
yelling?
sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
She's
So-
emotional.
He
Relax.
got
So the
really
thing
emotional
is-
about that.
Carl
honey.
Thomas.
Right. So the thing is, my next guy was totally different. But I love that. I was able to, I don't fall into, like,
Right.
it worked. It worked for
Right.
me. That's what I
Right.
wanted.
Right.
That's what,
So
that's
maybe
what-
that bad emotional man helped you understand and appreciate the next man.
What?
Mm.
yeah.
No.
Because
And
it made you
realize
see
what I
some
wanted.
view.
Yeah, realize what
There
she
you go.
Still on the
wanted.
phone.
Because some women
Learn
like
what
the
I
soft
wanted.
guy.
Yeah, because it's not same thing like Nicole. I help whatever I need to do, whatever I can do. I'm helping him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not, no, I'm not bringing him his slippers, putting them on his feet,
Right.
stuff like that. But it's
That
like,
sounds
okay,
good.
Quiet.
They will try that tonight, James.
Whatever,
Quiet.
Mr. Bun.
Try that.
Whatever.
why did I say that?
I don't know.
But if he needs something,
If that works in your relationship, if that works
Huh?
in your relationship, then that works in your relationship. My mom did the right
Absolutely.
with every husband. My stepdad would not he would get up at 5 in the morning to go to work, and my mom was up. He had a full breakfast. He never even had to tie his shoes. She put his shoes on his feet, laced them up, put his uniform on him, connected all his badges. He was a correctional officer, and she did this until he died.
Wow.
So
That's
if that
beautiful.
works for your relationship,
Right.
Right. To each his own.
Right.
Right. Whatever
That-
works.
Understandable.
Well,
And that's
James
the
said he
thing,
want his
whatever works
sisters
for
later.
you.
And when a man receives that energy from his woman, he'll give her everything.
Some.
Yes,
No,
She got
no,
everything.
no,
She
no,
got
no,
the
no, no.
apartment, she
We
got
talking
the
about
car,
men, not them, not
houses and
listen,
everything.
not those others, not those. Y'all know when y'all got a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Y'all know when y'all got a
but-
boy, and y'all know when y'all got a man. So when a woman is doing that for that man, oh, she gets everything.
Some, because there's still some greedy men
Listen,
out there.
listen, look. Like I said, men and boys.
I got you. I hear you.
Some are boys. The rest of them, those are the men that appreciate what their woman is doing for them. So it allows them easily to give.
But I've also brought my share of slippers too. You know, I don't have a problem with catering to my woman because I know
Absolutely.
she's going to be the one. It's a two-way street. Hold on one
Give and
second.
take.
Right.
Right.
And you know,
Definitely a
I
give and take.
I think I do a lot of different things, but you know, it takes time to grow into that relationship. So it's not
It
always
does.
one-sided.
Right.
You know, I can do the romantic dinner, I can do whatever, and they appreciate that just as much as I appreciate those slippers.
Right.
Not only that,
Right. Communication is the key to
roles
me.
That things that women would do, like Fabian makes dinner, Fabian will do laundry, like. And
Oh,
I'm
y'all
like,
A little bit.
Oh, they're a little bit married. A little bit.
Not a lot of bit, a little bit.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years is a little bit. That's a small dip into the window.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yes.
Did 10. Mhm.
I'm at 20.
20 what?
Bless your heart, baby.
Fix your
Years.
face.
That's what I
Fix
said, a little
your
bit.
face, Mimi.
What, James?
I
Mind
said,
your
fix
business.
Look, you can fix your face, or both of y'all can fix your face.
Mind your
Talking about one
business.
eat, then they're gonna turn your neck.
Mr.
No,
Buns.
not today. Not today.
Right.
So I guess that covers it.
Yeah, I mean, today it was good to have the men on and women,
was.
and
To give that perspective. The balance.
Yeah,
We needed that balance.
right.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thank
No
you,
problem.
guys.
Right.
Go
Thank
Star,
you,
guys. Go
We'll have to
Star.
have you guys back sometime.
Absolutely. If you can find time
Anytime.
within your schedules, we would appreciate it.
Yes.
Maria.
Just
All
let me
right,
know.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
We'll talk to y'all
Bye.
soon.
Later. I enjoyed you. Salute.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers.